Warlock, as you said, it can be anything. But the game one is ready, and we're going to see Xixo playing his Warlock. That's a Demon Lock, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it definitely isn't going to be the fast Zoo variant. In the meantime, Reynad, well, he doesn't have anything to play on turns 1 and 2 quite yet, but he does have Muster for Battle and the Pilot Shredder into the Sludge Belcher. So the curve there seems to be working out all right.
Yeah, the
In the
curve for
meantime,
Reynad looks good.
yeah, I mean, the Muster for Battle, though, gets shut down by the Mortal Coils.
But still, like, having the Shredder into Belcher, Harrison Jones is not going to be that useful, but Reynad does have the good cards here. I'm a bit disappointed that it's not a Hobgoblin deck. I would love to see more of that. Hobgoblin Paladin. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, that would be really fun, but that's we'll have to wait until next week or another time. Who knows? People are speculating if Black Rock Mountain comes out next week, and then all the matchups change. That'd be pretty cool. Reynad attacks 1 damage into the Nerubian egg, and that's something because I think he has the Truce over Champion, so he's not really as afraid as he normally would be to pop the egg. Oh my!
Oh, Quartermaster.
He's got Quartermaster as well.
Yeah, definitely interesting card. But touching up on Xixo's decks, my early impression was that it's a Demon Lock because I've seen a Demon and Abusive Surgeon, and Abusive Surgeon is a card that is used in a Demon Lock to like pump more damage. But looking at his hand right now, it can still be anything. It still can be a hand lock with a weird hand. It can still be a Demon Lock kind of.
Well, I would say the Nerubian egg heavily implies it's more Demon Lock centric. It's got Power Overwhelming and Abusive Sergeants.
Yeah,
I would be surprised if he ran eggs and then still ran things like Twilight Drakes and Molten Giants. That would definitely be surprising. I would expect more like the Doom Guards and even Mistress of Pain. So there's Power Overwhelming. Just because the deck does have a lot of board control centric stuff, but you still have the overarching power of having big strong minions, and you're tapping a lot too.
Yeah, and yeah, you do have the board clears as well. But for now, it's mostly about clearing the board with minions. He has that Xixo's Implosion. He gets the card for the next turn, possibly. Right. Quartermaster being super strong for Reynad.
Yep, reasonably strong board. Even your opponent has Hellfire, can't clear it. He's got Big Game Hunter on the off chance his opponent has a big giant minion, but realistically, again, it's not going to be about.
He gets a 4.
Realistically, though, it's not going to be about the implosion. It's not really even going to be about the big minion. It's going to be whether or not the paladin can draw cards like Equality and just get past anything that comes out. Like the paladin's the true beatdown in this matchup for sure.
Yeah, but then again, Xixo has a lot of tools now. Even though it seems that he's losing the board, he does have that Implosion. He has Power Overwhelming. He can use it to trade. He has Iron Beak. So what will be the best order of cards here? How do you spend your 6 points of mana? Do you really want to Power Overwhelming the Belcher? Or can you?
Yeah, just how do you follow it up with it? Power Overwhelming. I guess you can play Defender of Argus too. Or I guess Second Implosion makes sense. You're going to guaranteed kill it. Rolling a 2. Meh. So you rolled a 4 and you rolled a 2, so you had average results.
Yeah, it is average, but it's still right. Like, he got the 4 when it mattered.
Do you think it's important at all to keep Harrison for the Jiraxis?
I think it might be useful, but if you're able to put a lot of power on board.
A 5/4 versus a 4/3 with sticky minions. Screen shut down for just a second there, Nimsh. Just need to kind of get it booted back up. All right, sorry about that, guys. So Reynad drops the pretty big board, gets answered by Sylvanas immediately, and well, Reynad doesn't have a silence. How does he choose to proceed? He starts attacking, and then I guess whatever Sylvanas picks up, he'll be able to clean it up. Picks up Zombie Chow, which is actually pretty decent, considering that he can heal back up immediately, and he drops Tyrion. For better or for worse, it's a hard minion to deal with. Even if you silence it, it's a 6/6 minion.
I'm actually back. So there is a silence in Tyrion. It's also important. BGH into Tyrion. Pretty nice play.
Yeah, really sick, actually. The Abusive Sergeant being able to buff it. Let's see. Xixo, pretty decent board. But, Reynad can just start going back to the drawing board here. And the big thing is that Xixo doesn't have many cards remaining.
But there is Jaraxxus just waiting. And Harrison Jones was already played.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's good.
Also, like, it's not like Reynad has a lot of burst. He used his Tyrion already. He has the weapon. So with the weapon, he might be able to deal some damage. But then there's a lot of heal from Xixo. So it seems that this game might actually be decided by Jaraxxus bumping those minions and getting the board control back. Dark Bomb. Dark Bomb is not bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Just because you can eliminate the defender pretty easily. So you can also, even squeeze in a tap.
It might be important also for the whatever Reynad gets from Pilot Shredder. I think you tap here. Can you tap?
Plays Jaraxxus. Guess he feels like it's the best time to do it.
How much damage is it from Reynad?
Let's see, if he kills Zombie Chow,
14.
he goes back up to 15.
Oh, yeah.
He'll go back up to 15. And that puts Reynad at 7-11 damage. He's got 15 over the course of 2 turns. Coghammer is interesting.
Yeah, that's another weapon. It's not bad. It's not bad because you will be able to deal a bit more damage. But then with True Silver...
Right. I mean, the thing is, your opponent is going to be down a low health. He has to have heal and a taunt. In this case, Xixo has both. Oh man, but if Xixo if plays
he won't be able to get Infernal.
Right. He won't be able to get Infernal, but if he buffs an Infernal and just says screw it, then he's gonna get big game 100.
True. Did he see one Big Game Hunter before, or is it the second one, or is it the first one?
That's the first one.
That's the first one.
Yeah. Xixo, if he double heals, he puts himself similar to position, but his minions are really weak. So his best course of action might actually be to tap. Wait, not tap, sorry. Play Hero Power and then taunt to get rid of this Pilot Shredder, right? So you attack into the Pilot Shredder and then Dark Bomb it. Tap.
What about just
because Healbot doesn't do much, man.
Well, Healbot puts you out of the weapon range. So I would still like Healbot Argus and actually pass.
Yeah, the problem is that it gets answered really easy by True Silver. Oh, man.
Oh, that's bold.
Oh, a Consecration draw. Is that lethal? I believe it is.
It might be one off, or is it exactly?
Oh, is it one off? No, he just has to attack with...
he can attack with the... Yeah. Right. Wow, that was the card he needed, exactly.
Sick. And that ends at game number 1. And Xixo is not happy about that. Wraps up the game. Xixo, 1, played Jaraxxus with defensive cards that he needed to stave off the pressure. And 2,
He also had heals.
The fact he was so far behind, like Paladin was at 30 health, he needed to start stacking his Infernos.
Yeah.
In order to come back, but Reynad was just too far ahead.
All right, so Xixo is going to queue his Warlock deck again versus this time Reynad's Druid with Toshi.
Right. Yeah, it's
Toshi
the Silent Storm Druid deck, and well, Reynad doesn't have Wild Growth. Xixo can keep tapping, but Xixo still has yet to hit into like meaningful minions, like his eggs or his Void Caller. Oh, there's a Void Caller.
He got a Void Caller, but he doesn't have a Demon for now. But still, that's a good minion to play. 3/4. And Xixo has a lot of burst. Wow, yeah. This is something that can happen with Druid.
Yeah, and when it happens, the recovery of it usually can be salvaged a little bit through Innervate. Oh, man. So now he can Innervate on turn 5, and then he can play Toshli on turn 6.
Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. And it's not that Reynad is losing this game already, so just throwing an occasional PJ Assault when he can. Dark Bomb for 4. Xixo just trying to get the board.
The funny thing that trips me out is when you like Implosion for 5 and you get 5. That's always trippy.
Well, you can actually try. Oh, not anymore.
Gives initiative over. Not that great initiative. Healbot is pretty weak. Rather mediocre. This gives Reynad the ability to play Toshli and Innervate Wrath. Almost an insta call. Gets +1 armor plating. Oh, he's not going to Wrath. Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's not like you really have to Wrath to 3/3. You do want to keep Innervate for future turns, and just losing 2 cards deal a simple 3/3.
Just because I don't want to give it a target to Power Overwhelming. Or, just because this deck is so oriented around buffing.
I like how Xixo's using this Abusive Surgeon always to clear those 5 attacks minions, or 6 attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely really nice plays here. So he can save his Power Overwhelming for actual burst as opposed to just overkilling on stuff.
Illidan, by the way.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Illidan Storm Rage.
Illidan versus Malfurion. Hello, brother. It's epic duel. So, does Reynad continue playing around Implosion and not playing minions? You do have to play a minion.
You can swipe this board clean, too.
Oh, he's playing around Implosion. Look at that.
That's his second swipe. Yeah, like you said, and he's not going to be safe around Implosion. But he will have bigger minions. And Xixo gets set to safely tap. This is just so big. Like, Reynad's really going to struggle in the mid to late game if it gets to the point where, he's going to be playing catch up on the board.
Yeah, it's very important for Xixo that he was able to draw so many cards this game, and he is not feeling pressured because Xixo is mostly like accumulating the combo cards. Double power and the Dark Bomb is already like 11 points of damage. And without swipe, like this Illidan can be really strong for Xixo, just producing those 2/1s.
What about what do you think about the double 5-drops versus Ancient of Lore?
I think I like it actually because it's not like you really need cards right now. And if you play Belcher and Druid of the Claw, you empty your hand a bit and then you extend like a very big board.
I guess,
but I don't hate Ancient.
Yeah, Ancient of Lore is just generally pretty solid. Oh, wow. Second Innervate.
Still play Belcher or Druid of the Claw if you want to. But then, do you want to?
I would assume so. You have a full hand. It's 10 cards. You might as well just dump something. Sludge Belcher makes the most sense just because of it denies an easy trade, like Power Overwhelming Mortal Coil, which conveniently is the exact combination of cards Xixo has. He's got so much trade up value here.
He even got the Abusive Surgeon. But then maybe, can you Implosion twice? No.
Yeah, I guess you would Implosion Evaluate, and then you can Mortal Coil or Abusive Sergeant, depending on what happens.
Yeah, because you can get 2.
Or Dark Bomb. In fact, you have so much varying damage. Mortal Coil is 1, Abusive Sergeant's 2, Dark Bomb is 3, and it's all dependent on how Implosion rolls.
And normally you do have the mana to do it.
Yep.
All right, so first Implosion is going to get dropped for 2.
Well, Dark Bomb is the... Right. And Power, Mortal Coil. Oh, okay. Abusive Sergeant. Fair enough. He gets more power on the board. No need to fear, just because Swipe's been used already. Dr. Boom! Welcome to the game.
Dr. Boom is not bad. You've seen BGH already. Yeah.
It's a really good draw.
It's perfect. Basically, somebody said that whenever you have Dr. Boom in hand and it's green, you do click on it and you play it. Which is
That's really good advice. That's really good advice. In fact, I'm going to type that out and frame it.
It got people to legend.
And I'll put a cat struggling with a ladder. And I'll have that quote written. Anytime
you shouldn't be struggling with the ladder if you have this card crafted.
I know. You're absolutely right. I shouldn't be.
There is a shade.
Oh, Reynad's playing around Mal'Ganis. It doesn't... either that or I'm just completely over-reading. But
I think like Mal'Ganis is a fair assumption.
Right. Just because on turn 9, your opponent can drop Mal'Ganis and just get a bunch of 3/3 tokens. So if you played Dr. Boom, he would have only been able to kill one of them. And then the other 3/3 would have been really effective against him. Because he could have had...
Xixo actually gets Mal'Ganis. This is so sick.
Right, because he would have been able to get a 3/3 and a 4/4, Mortal Coil the 1/1. Or no, play Mal'Ganis. Oh, he couldn't have done both. Huh. So I was thinking he could have Mortal Coil, play Mal'Ganis, and then trade into Dr. Boom pretty easily, but...
Yeah. So an exceptional line of play from Reynad, just playing around with Mal'Ganis really correctly. So for Xixo now, you do have Mal'Ganis. You're not going to play it possibly. You want to have a board of minions, but how do you clear?
Man, it's so inconvenient for Xixo. Like, he can't... Like, it depends on what he draws off the Mortal Coil. So if he played Illidan, Mortal Coil the 1/1, got Dark Bomb, or anything else, he could have killed off the Violet Teacher. But the problem is he's used so many of his trade ups, so it has to be Dark Bomb or bust.
Well, he can power the 4/4 and probably
but I don't know if he wanted to do that, to give it up.
He's getting a 2/1 at least.
Oh,
Double Savage Roar. Whoa. We need to start counting damage already.
4, 6, 8, 14 damage. 15? No.
No, it's not enough. But then I think this is Dr. Boom turn. Like, you kill the 2/1s and maybe play Dr. Boom, switch Illidan to 5/7. Can you kill Illidan? You might actually use...
If you Savage Roar, you can kill Illidan and then play...
It's like you really want to kill Illidan because it provides tokens, but then you've seen so many spells being casted already.
Hey, are the 2/1s demons as well? The Flames of Azeroth?
Oh, no, they're not.
No, they're not. There
should be.
They're just 2/1. Oh my gosh, they're just Murloc Raiders, but worse.
No type. There should be elementals.
Is there actually a worse 1-drop
than a 2/1? Yeah, a 1/1. Novice
even
Engineer.
Though they buff stuff.
Oh wait, Novice Engineer is 2-drop actually.
I can't think of a Nilo 1-drop. That's 2-1.
Xixo definitely disappointed that he got 3, not 4. So he won't be able to kill
Yeah.
Boom there.
Xixo has been relatively on the generally a little bit less luckier side here. Iron Beak Owl not helpful either.
Yeah.
He's so worried about possibility of dying too. So this taunt somewhat has to come down because of the Savage Roar Force of Nature threat.
Yeah, that would be a lot of damage. So he can't deal with the Boom, and Boom is dealing 9 damage by itself if it goes through.
Right.
Like, even if he uses Defender of Argus now.
Yeah, actually, you're right. If you use Defender of Argus, it might not matter. So he tags one of the Boom bots instead. Yep, definitely a very solid play. Black Knight, though, can easily seize the day.
Yeah, Black Knight getting some value here. So right now in a very good spot. Like, Xixo ran out of cards.
Absolutely.
And,
excellent spot.
Only getting the big minions. No way to deal with Dr. Boom.
How do you think Dr. Boom's at too low of a life count? Is it time to flip him to a 4/7?
I think you can basically
defensive.
just go for face there, and
Sure.
I'll be fine with 7/4 because I've Reynad already seen, like, I think 2 Dark Bombs, 1 Dark Bomb at least, double power, implosion. So there are not that many spells. It is a safe play, but then it also, you have to count how much damage do you have with Sajor and Druid of the Claw next turn.
Yeah, you would have enough, assuming your opponent doesn't set up a taunt. Or in this case, Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis would make him invulnerable. But, I mean, it's pretty weak just because if your opponent has Big Game Hunter and something else, you lose.
Yeah, I like the switch here because even if the Black Knight is getting killed, you with Druid of the Claw as charge, Savage Roar, and Hero Power, you exactly have 15. So with, let's say, Draxus and whatever killing the Black Knight, you still have lethal. Oh, there is a heal bot though. So right now it's lethal anyway. It's 21 exactly.
Yeah.
Druid of the Claw is charge, Savage Roar, Shapeshift, and it should be 21 on point. 12 plus 8.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is lethal. And Xixo thought maybe he'd be safe, but it's one of those things where, like, he's dead to the full combo anyways. So he did his best to make sure to dodge as many outs, but this specific out was not avoided. Xixo's down 0-2. And the Revenge of Reynad, Part 2, has played out. Will the trilogy finish next game? Oh, he denies him the satisfaction. But little does he. Then Hunter versus Hunter. Face Hunter versus Face Hunter.
Whoa. This might be very fast.
Yes.
It's very painful.
I'm pretty sure this is how we should go into the games. It's Fast and Furious. We might have missed half the game's worth already. All right, so Reynad trades into the Mad Scientist, but it's not Explosive Trap.
It is Snake Trap.
Snake Trap. Ooh, a plot twist.
Yeah, like Xixo, as I said, is a guy who innovates with Hunter as well. So it's not like he's bringing cookie cutter decks. But then it's 1 Snake Trap. So
that Haunted Creeper, super clutch. And of course, this is baiting it out. This is baiting out the Snake Trap. Reynad.
No, Reynad.
Nods an acknowledgement. All right.
Not bad.
Sounds about right. Time for the Animal Companion.
Leok is not alright, let's say, because Reynad is behind and damage, so getting a Huffer here, just losing it to the snakes, will be tough. This matchup is really intricate. It's like most of the people say, yeah, you just have to go for face, and that's it. But you specifically in this matchup, you really have to make those choices. Like, one mistake and you're dead. If that Animal Companion is a Leok, but then he can also play Glaive Zuka here.
Yeah, Glaive Zuka gets the guaranteed it.
Oh,
he
my
gets
God,
Leok. I mean, he sort of wanted these snakes to trade in anyways, right? So he actually got a little bit extra damage. but he's also taking a little bit of damage as well.
I like Glaivezuka though, because with Glaivezuka he's able to deal with Leok and use one of the snakes and then use the hero power.
Right.
And next turn he's able to use an Animal Companion. But still, that was one of the available choices as well.
Yep. I was talking to Colento about this, and he says that he's convinced now that Explosive Trap is better than Mad Scientist in this matchup. A lot of times people mulligan because they want Mad Scientist instead of the Explosive Trap. But sometimes you just want Explosive Trap, so that way you have the direct incentive against attacking.
I definitely agree.
This is one of those scenarios. Yeah, so like Colento's saying, the more he plays the mirror, the more it's like he's convinced that having Explosive Trap is just better than Mad Scientist, which is so rare, right? Because you'd rather have the other way around.
Yeah, definitely. Well, here it's like the Explosive Trap is able to deal damage and clear the board and stop a big minion. Oh, Xixo actually deciding not to attack to stop the Eaglehorn Bow from attacking because he doesn't want to give the ability.
What do you think? What do you think, Nibsh?
What to play? Do you do juggle? Oh,
I feel like juggling is like the potential to blow it out. All right, he goes for instead the Wolf Rider.
I think it's fine again because using the hero, you want to use the hero power, and you know that Leok stayed there to just trade with your minion, but you are getting your opponent lower. Oh, there is an Unleash.
Right. Leash the Hounds with kill command.
Unleash is a very important card as well.
Damage.
Yeah, it can steal the game. Like, it seems that your opponent is ahead and he develops maybe 2 minions, maybe 3, and then you're really in a good spot. And there is the second Explosive Trap, which will be very important.
Wow, these guys are just trading blows back and forth. That Leper Gnome, I feel like it can be a pretty big difference maker as well.
So right now,
has to start calculating damage.
Yeah,
he's got 6 next turn. With the bow, that's 9. And then on the other end, Xixo has 2, 3, 8 damage, 10 damage.
4 plus
Xixo
7. 11.
Oh, he's got double kill command.
Oh wow,
That's
okay.
Game.
And a beast on board.
Yeah. All right. So Xixo's alive, and he's kicking, and the rivalry intensifies.
Well, he's definitely not an oaf